Wake her up a little bit and see if she's comfortable. But the trial of extubation will be up to the pulmonary doctors.
Okay.
All right.
So, what if her lungs aren't strong enough?
Well, I mean, she has underlying COPD and was a smoker, so we optimize it, but it may take time. So it would be here, and then we'll have her see a pulmonary doctor there as well.
Okay. Do you think that she'd be transferred today?
Not today, because you want to be able to extubate her. So when she is transferred, that she's healthy enough,
Okay.
in terms of strong enough from the lungs perspective for her to be able to tolerate the surgery.
Right. So, should she eat since she's not going to be operated on? Because she has a feeding tube, right?
Yeah, she has. I'm going to talk to them. They
Okay.
could consider it. So certainly the operation is not going to be tomorrow.
Not going to be tomorrow.
No, not going to be tomorrow. It's going to be based on how she does. All right.
Okay.
How's your dad? Is he doing okay?
He's going to be released after lunch.
Okay.
He's not feeling great, but he's going to be released. Yeah, I don't know where we got in our heads that surgery was scheduled for tomorrow, for today.
Well, I mean,
yesterday.
the surgeon would usually tell me that, but no, because what my discussion with him was that he wanted her to be extubated first before he could
I see.
Consider it.
Okay.
Because that's her first test that she would be able to tolerate the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
You want her to be in a very compensated state for her to undergo the surgery. And
Right.
that's where her odds of making through the surgery are
Right.
higher.
But she's still going to be, for lack of a better word, wasted. So she can't make any decisions about her
Well,
surgery.
I mean, if you take the tube out, she may be awake and she can make decisions.
But she's on heavy painkillers.
Yeah,
so she
no,
can't.
we're gonna slowly wean her off of that. So
Oh.
that's
all,
one
all
thing.
the way off?
Ultimately, if she's not intubated, then we may not need her to be on that. But let's see, it's a tricky decision. But I would tell you this: I think it's better for her to make that decision. You guys could convince her, and we will talk to her, because the reason for that is it's a major surgery, and the whole purpose of this surgery is to help her and that she feels better, and her overall health condition is improved.
Yes.
But there is a 1 to 3% chance that she doesn't make it through the surgery because of the conditions that she has.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be in a situation where you make that decision on her behalf, she doesn't make it through, and you have to live with that decision. Say, maybe I should have listened to her, and she said she didn't want to go for surgery.
Right.
So all of that factors
But
into it.
at the same time, she's not walking out of this hospital without the surgery.
Well, if she were to make that decision, and she's competent to make that decision on her own, but that would be against medical advice.
But she'd be able to get up and walk out, not attached to a million things.
Well, I mean,
She would make it to the parking lot.
I understand. No,
Okay.
I understand. What I'm trying to say is, if she's mentally awake and alert,
Yeah.
and we discuss with her that she needs surgery and she refuses, which she has the right to do,
Yeah.
we cannot stop her to make that decision, but we cannot discharge her because she's not stable enough. So if she were to make that decision, that would be against medical advice. We
And
can't
she'd have
force,
to live in the hospital.
well, not live in the hospital, but I mean, the whole purpose is to transfer her and have the surgery.
Yes.
All right. So it's more of she can make that decision. We can optimize her with medications like she had before, but that's not the ultimate goal. The way her anatomy is, I think she's better served with surgery, fixing the valve, and doing the bypass surgery. And
Right.
she stopped the smoking, so that is going to help her. And then the other layer is that she was not taking medication. Now she's going to be able to take medication, and that's it.
Right.
All right.
So, one question. What I didn't hear was what happens if she refuses against medical advice?
Then they have to listen
Then
to
that's
her.
that's her
Right,
choice.
but I mean, what happens?
Well, then we'll work with her in terms of optimizing her medications, and that's it.
And she's not likely to go home.
Well, I mean, she could go home, but she would go home only if she's stabilized. Now, we could medically stabilize her, so it's not that that's not possible, but she's going to have this problem again and again. So if it's not within a week, it will be within a month. If it's not within a month, it will be in 2 months.
Yeah.
Right? But as time passes and she doesn't have the corrective surgery for all of these problems, I don't think so she's going to live with for more than a year, the way her condition is.
Right.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, I mean, it was 15 months ago that you guys said that, and here she is.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So, but her anatomy has gotten worse than what it was. I was able to look at the.
Are there more blockages or?
Well, the blockages that she had are worse. In the main artery, they are worse.
The right?
The left side. The right side is worse. So all the main artery blockage is worse. The right side blockage is worse, and the leakiness of the valve is worse. And I think the majority of her problems are from the valve.
Right.
Because she goes into these heart failure episodes.
Right. Okay.
All right. So the first step is to wean her off.
How long does she have to be off the medication to be able to make a decision that you guys can accept? Because I know that she's when she's
this medication, if you turn it off, she may be awake in like 3 hours. So that's not a problem. Even if she's awake and she agrees to it, the surgeon would want her lung status to be optimized, and that's something that we want to work on first.
Right.
And then I think she would agree to it. She would understand. I know.
You haven't met her.
I know. Yeah. No, I know. I mean, I spoke to her.
Yeah.
It's something. If you convince her with reason, that's it. But even if she still doesn't agree, listen, that's her choice.
Yeah.
People make choices. It doesn't have to be right, but they have the right to make a choice.
Right.
And she has the right. Now, if she was incompetent completely,
right,
then the next of kin can make decision on her behalf what is in best interest. Now, not a lot of people would choose the path that is in their best interest, and that's how it is.
So if she was woken up and said that Reagan was president, my dad could make her go for the surgery?
No, I mean, if she was incompetent, having met her before, I think she was fully competent to make that decision.
She's just Looney Tunes.
Well, that's a different thing. I mean, a lot of people make decisions. That's why we have so many fights. Right? People fight over so many different things. Otherwise, it would be all rosy. Right? So the whole thing with that is, and we'll see. Now, if let's say she couldn't make a decision on her own, we'll have a psychiatrist evaluate, and they would say that she's competent or not competent, and that would lead to the next step. Yeah. All right. Okay. But let's hope for the best.
Yes.
All right.
So what are we waiting for now?
No, it's just tweaking medications. I'm going to tell them just to wean her off of the some of the drips, and
but we're leaving her on the lidocaine, right?
Lidocaine, I'm going to drop it down to 1, and let's see how she does.
Okay.
All right.
Cool. All right. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Well, I got that 8 minutes on recording.